Guys, Dan Fresh here with another YouTube video for the week. By popular demand, I'm basically making a clutch pill delete video. A lot of people wanted to see that for the Evo 10, and basically what the clutch pill delete is going to do for you is inside of the, I believe it's the cylinder, right under the intake, there's a little tiny spring inside the clutch line with a little plastic bezel piece in there, and that little plastic piece has a pinhole through it. And basically all the fluid has to travel through that pinhole, and by doing that, it basically makes the spring fluctuate a lot, and it gives you an inconsistent clutch pedal release point. And by removing it, you're going to get a much more consistent release point and a better clutch feel. So that is the main reason that everyone replaces it. I can definitely vouch for it. I've been running it that way for about 7 months now, and it has been one of the best things I've done for my clutch. It makes the clutch much more predictable and easier to use. So by doing this, you're going to be much happier with your Evo 10 clutch. So what I'm going to show you here is going to be me removing the intake, showing you where the clutch, what I believe is the cylinder or slave, I don't recall what it's called, but it has a little bolt on the bottom of it, which you won't be able to see from the point of view I'm going to show you. But basically you have to take your under panels off. If you have plastic OEM ones, remove them. If you have an SSP aftermarket one like me, you just drop that and you can release the bolt from underneath the car. You're going to take it out, remove the spring, put the bolt back in. There's a bleeder on top. You're going to take the nipple off the bleeder and you're going to bleed it just as if you're going to do your brakes. So you're going to put a little line on it and you're going to pump it 5 times, hold it. You're going to have someone bleed it for you. It's going to release, and you're going to keep doing that until you see no more air bubbles. Make sure that you keep the reservoir for it full, which is shared with the brake fluid, I believe. So you're going to keep that, make sure that reservoir doesn't lose too much fluid. And then once you're done bleeding it, you're just going to put the nipple back on, put your intake back into place, put your under panels back on, and you can go for a drive. So here is our video on how to remove the Evo 10 clutch pill. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to remove the intake box. Mine I can flip up out of the way, no problem, but if you have this stock intake box, you're going to need to move it out of the way. And you're also going to have to take your plastic under panels, or metal one in my case, off so you can access the bottom. This is the slave here. This is the bleeder nipple, and then you have the bolt underneath on the bottom side. You take that bolt out and the spring's right in there. Pull the spring out with the plastic retainer piece on it and just put the bolt back in. Don't tighten it up too tight, but make sure it is on there good. And then you're going to take this nipple off the bleeder here, and you're going to bleed it just as if you're going to bleed brakes. So you're going to pump the pedal 5 times, open it, bleed it, pump the pedal 5 times, and you're going to keep doing that until you see no more air in there. And once there's no more air, you're good to go, and you've done the clutch pill delete. And then you just put your airbags back on, and you're all set to go. So that is the clutch pill delete for the Evo 10.